In this video, we're sharing 10 must-try dishes you absolutely must sample on your next trip to Morocco.
Hi, we're Chris and Lydia. We just returned from an incredible trip to Morocco.
And along the way, we discovered some amazing cuisine, and we're super excited to share the highlights with you today.
So let's get roving and try some different dishes.
The first food that we'd like to talk about isn't actually a food at all. It's a drink. It's mint tea, and we'd like to put it at the top because we had it just about everywhere we went.
We did. It's a great sign of hospitality in the Moroccan culture. Pretty much whenever you're greeted, you'll be greeted with some mint tea. And the mint tea is not just purely mint. It's made up with fresh mint leaves, but it's also made with green tea and sugar.
The way Moroccans pour the mint tea it's very ceremonial. They pour it from a great height multiple times. So they'll pour it and it'll froth up with bubbles, and then they'll pour it from the glass back into the pot, and then they'll pour it again. And that, I think, ensures that the flavours are mixed throughout the whole of the tea, but it also shows the skill of the pourer.
Yes, absolutely. And they often serve it in a really beautiful glass, which is part of the ceremony as well. So it's a sign of we welcoming you to
It is.
my home or my restaurant or wherever it may be. There's pretty much mint tea wherever you go.
Yeah, that's right. And it's not just a welcoming thing. Moroccans have mint tea with all their meals, in between meals, but basically any excuse they have. It's whenever they're chatting and talking, they like to have a mint tea. It's a social drink.
It is, which is great. Good for digestion too, so you can't go wrong.
No. And it's often served with some nice biscuits and cookies, like almond cookies.
Yes, yeah, which are nice. They're just sort of made on an almond meal base with a bit of sugar, and they accompany the mint tea very nicely for a sweet treat.
While we're talking about drinks, there was a couple of other drinks that we really liked while we were in Morocco.
The orange juice in Morocco is next level delicious. We have never tasted orange juice like it anywhere else in the world.
It was pretty nice.
I don't know what they do with their oranges over there, but they're on a winner.
It's all freshly squeezed.
And it's all organic. It's just beautiful. Just the taste that our oranges don't taste anything like that here. You have to have an orange juice if you're going to Morocco.
Yeah.
Put it on your list.
And they also had little coffees, which they called nus. It's like a little cafe latte, so half milk, half espresso coffee, but in a small glass. So it has quite a strong flavour of coffee, and they were really nice.
They were great. They do a good coffee.
Yeah,
Morocco does great coffee. If you're going over and you're a coffee lover, you will not be disappointed. They do make a good coffee.
And what about the Zaza?
Yeah, the Zaza is fantastic. It's an avocado-based smoothie. So it does have, obviously, avocado, a bit of milk, often orange blossom water,
And lots of fruits.
some fruits, and a bit of sugar I think they might put in there as well. But it's a very filling sort of smoothie drink. It would be enough for a breakfast.
Yeah, it would be a full breakfast in itself, I would
Definitely,
say.
yeah. You're very full after it, and they often put beautiful fresh fruit in the top. So that's a winner as well. So if you're going to Morocco, put Zaza on your list.
Moving on to food.
So the most traditional dish in Morocco, in our opinion, but I think most people would agree with us, would have to be the tagine.
Yep, I agree. I think that's what you think about when you think of Moroccan food.
It's cooked in a cone-shaped clay pot, and it's slow cooked. They come in a different variety of flavours, so you can get beef, lamb, chicken, vegetarian.
Camel, rabbit,
True.
fish.
Yeah,
There's so many different flavours.
and varieties, and it's always very tasty, and you can't go wrong.
No, it's like a stew. They put the meat in with vegetables and dried fruit and spices.
Lemons, turmeric, herbs and flavours, and yeah,
And you basically get it everywhere.
you do.
It's very popular for lunch, I think.
It is.
Yeah. Another very traditional Moroccan food is couscous.
Which is a wheat semolina granule which is boiled and commonly served with a stew.
Yeah, of meats and vegetables, usually on a Friday. And because Fridays are traditionally family day for Moroccans, and couscous is a communal meal, so they all share at the end of the working week. We only tried it once on a buffet, and it's not really something that Lydia can have because she has to have gluten-free food.
So I didn't have it.
No.
I didn't want to be unwell. But Chris had it. And
Yeah, it was nice. Yeah, it was good.
Before we get on to the next food item, would really appreciate if you could subscribe to our channel and leave a comment. If you've been to Morocco, what's your favourite dish that you had in Morocco? Now let's get back to see what other dishes we try. Another dish that we had in Morocco was called harira. It's a beautiful sort of soupy stew kind of dish. It's made with lentils, chickpeas, coriander, turmeric, ginger, tomatoes. It's got a lot, and lemon, bit of lemon zest as well. Delicious. They're all my favourite flavours. So really enjoyed this dish. Very hearty kind of stew.
Nice with some bread that you can dip.
Or not for me.
Yes.
But
I think it's very popular during Ramadan. It's a popular dish.
Yeah, no, it'd be a great dish in winter. I might actually try and cook that one here.
It's a very hearty soup.
Yeah.
It would be really filling and nice on a nice cold day.
I think we'll might have to try that recipe here in Australia next winter.
We visited a farm close to Marrakesh one day and had a meal called rafissa, which is a traditional Moroccan meal symbolising hospitality.
It's made of very thin layers of pancake-like sort of pastry and chicken and turmeric and ginger and lentils. I couldn't have the pastry component because being gluten-free celiac, but they did prepare me the ingredients, and so I got the taste of it, which was delicious. And Chris can comment on what the pastry was like.
Yeah, it was nice. It was a thin layer or layers of like a pancake type pastry, and then the stewed chicken. It was a really nice meal.
Delicious.
We thank the family who prepared it very much.
Because we believe it took a lot of time to prepare such a dish. Hours and hours to do those pancake layers. So thank you very much if you're watching, because we understand the amount of effort that would have been involved into preparing that dish for so many people. So thank you.
Thank you.
Another renowned Moroccan dish is pastilla, and it's actually a combination of sweet and savoury, and it's served in a flaky pastry. And a lot of time goes into preparing this dish as well. It's often made with chicken or pigeon and cinnamon.
I don't think we had pigeon.
I hope we didn't have pigeon. Not that, I guess it's just not something I've ever eaten before.
No.
So maybe we did have pigeon.
I don't think we did.
I think we were told it was chicken. There's sort of cinnamon and icing sugar on top, and then herbs and spices and almonds in with the meat. And being gluten-free, celiac again, I couldn't have the pastry, but they generously prepared a selection for myself, and it was without the pastry, and it was delicious.
I think this was my favourite dish in all of our trip to Morocco. I really liked the cinnamon flavour. So it was cinnamon inside and dusted on the outside. And it was another family prepared meal.
Generously prepared, and
Yes.
I'm sure it took a lot of time, and so appreciative that they went to the effort to make a gluten-free version for me, because I got to sample what it would taste like as well. So I wasn't expecting that, because I know it's a lot of extra work involved, but I was very grateful that they did that for me too.
In Marrakesh, we visited one of the alleyways called Mechoui Alley, and they had a series of restaurants which served mechoui, which is a whole sheep cooked in a pit that they dig into the ground, and they seal the sheep within the pit and let it slow cook, and it comes out really tender and juicy. And it seemed to be very popular amongst all the locals. And they cooked the whole animal, including the head. I wasn't a big fan of eating sheep head, but the rest of it tasted really nice.
Except the bit I got was a bit chewy, because I had to keep chewing it. I think I got a little bit of fat in mine, so I was maturing it a little bit too long. Another dish that was found all over Morocco was called shabakia.
Yeah, it was like a pastry sweet treat that they'd cut into sort of like intricate shapes, and then they'd fried until it was crispy, and then completely smothered it with honey, and then sprinkled sesame seeds on the top. It was really nice. I think it's popular during Ramadan as a treat for when they break their fast and after dark, but it was really good.
I can't add much to that one because I couldn't eat it.
No.
So it looked good.
When we were in Essaouira, the coastal town, there was a lot of fishermen, and it was a big fishing harbour. And of course, where the fishermen, there's seafood. And we enjoyed some really good fresh seafood in Essaouira.
You pretty much can choose whatever it is you feel like eating on the day. It's freshly caught. You go to the fishmonger. He will then chop it up for you, and then you take it over to an area where you pay a bit extra and they'll cook it up for you, and you sit there and eat it fresh. It's
beautiful. Like a barbecue right there on the harbour. There was also lots of little food stalls along the harbour front where you can get the street food, crabs, clams, octopus, sea urchin, lots of different options there.
And that's eaten raw, so that section's not cooked, but Chris ate sea urchin. I wasn't.
It was a bit sweet. I didn't mind it, I have to say.
He's more adventurous than I am with food trying. But
I don't think I'd have it every day, but it was certainly edible.
Different.
Yeah, it was nice. While we were in Meknes, I tried camel burger, which was something very different and unusual. Never had camel before. Did you have some?
I'm not sure. Maybe in a tagine. I think we may have had camel, which is very similar to lamb.
It is. It tastes a bit like lamb. There was a lot of spices in the meat in the camel burger, but it's quite a lean meat, so I think it's quite a healthy meat to have. I quite enjoyed it, to be honest. It was sort of in a pita pocket with some sauces in it. It was really nice. I'd give it another go.
That's good. So instead of 2 thumbs up, 2 humps up.
Thanks for watching our video on Moroccan food today. We hope that you've enjoyed it.
And if you did, please hit the like button, subscribe and leave a comment. And if you've been to Morocco, what was your favourite dish? And if we missed one that is your particular favourite dish, please let us know so that one day when we do get to go back to Morocco, we'll try that one next time and give a review on that one.
Because we really want to go back to Morocco.
We do, absolutely we do. Until next time, we hope to see you roving with us again soon, but it's a bye for now.
Bye for now.